Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I am your host, Dennis Patholkas, and this is Future Man Season 2, Episode 7, Homicide, Life in the Mons. Welcome to those of you who are in the chat. I think I just have all of one of you in there right now. Maybe the notification hasn't gone out yet, which does happen from time to time. So I am going to say, for right now, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode, it's up on Hulu. It has been for a while. Go and watch it. You can get a free 30-day trial on Hulu, and you can watch Season 1 and Season 2, which are both up in its entirety. And you can come on back when this is a video, and you can see it then. Hey, Fanobi. Fanobich is here. The other half of Fanobich is here. How's it going? So I'm going to wait a couple minutes and let a couple more people come in and also cough my brains out a little bit while I'm at it. So, you know how it is. But yeah, I mean, yesterday we had the last episode of possibly the last episode ever of Counterpart. Very bittersweet. Kind of rushed, but at least they got their story out there, and they left it open for a whole bunch of other stories. And I hope they get picked up. Speaking of which, I hope this show gets picked up as well. Future Man, it needs to really, really get picked up, which I think it will. It's doing a lot better than what was that horrible Sean Penn thing that was out there about traveling to Mars that really wasn't about traveling to Mars. It was about people bitching, about traveling to Mars. And God, yeah, exactly. So since Fanobich is here, let's get started, huh? So we start off with Athena. She is now on the run because she knows that Stu is looking for her, and also that Tiger is looking for her. And she's got Tiger's TTD device, time travel device. And the cave's been blown up. So she is on the run, and she's in some lab, and she has a tech that says, she wants more plutonium to run it because she needs 3 times the amount of plutonium. And as the tech says, she goes, "But my ovaries." She goes, "Fuck your ovaries." We need this thing to get working. Hey, Ed Brewer, how's it going? Shoe neck, yeah. Yeah. We end up finding out that, Stu ends up finding out where Athena, he's been collating where all these people who have been hiding from his surveillance have been going. And says there's much more activity than usual out in the storage facility, which no one ever goes to because, it's 2 clicks south of Cannibal Country, and you really don't want to go out to Cannibal Country. And I love how Tiger goes, "Oh, you have cannibals in this timeline too?" And Stu says, "Well, when people get hungry, they resort to certain things." Excuse me. And that they do. So she goes out to go and check the facility run by Jeff Breakfast is his name. And yeah, Josh, in the meantime, comes running over to Wolf because they want to send him back, of course, to the smash pits. And Wolf is now a bureaucrat at this point, saying, "Well, there's nothing I can really do about it. It's written here in the bylaws. It's written here on the seed skin. So it's kind of airtight. I don't know. I have my hands full here, and they're tied." And Josh tries to convince Wolf to protect him from the people that are trying to kidnap him. And he gives the pit boss Pump's invention, his 6-wheeled wagon that you can pedal, or 6-wheel bike. Yeah. 7-wheel bike, I think is what it is, in exchange for letting Josh go free. Good Lord. Sorry, I'm reading what you guys are writing in the chat too, and trying to do this at the same time. So Tiger ends up searching the storage facility, and who does she run into but Tyann, because Tyann wants to help. She goes, "Okay, well, if you want to help, go look in here," and she knocks her out. And in the meantime, they've been making so much noise that they've alerted Athena, because Athena is down below them. She's actually in a tunnel underneath them. And of course, Tiger ends up finding the underground entrance to the chamber where Athena is hiding, and Athena has attached she's destroyed all the evidence, attached electrodes to her temples, and has killed herself by basically electrocuting herself so that Tiger can't find the TTD. So in the meantime, after this happens, her and Tyann are down there, and they're basically investigating where Athena has been. And, Tiger's reminiscing a bit about her timeline, about when she was a child, and there was a lot of corpses around, and because Tyann's not that, not that keen on being around a corpse, and of course, Tiger's like, you know what, come on, I had corpses all the time. It reminds me of the obstacle course we used to set up, where I come from. So she gets started a little bit of childhood reminiscing as well. And she finds some ancient dust, as she says, and on the floor there, and Tyann knows where it comes from. So Tyann's like, I know where that's from, but she has to take her with her, of course. So Wolf, in the meantime, is explaining to the cluster why Josh, the stray, needs to stay with them. And in the meantime, Josh is outside, and it comes raining down into the nag, but a whole bunch of pamphlets that the trip to Mars, the launch to Mars, has been moved up, and it's going to be in 2 days from now. Excuse me. So Josh gets really excited, runs inside, trying to tell Wolf. He goes, we need to hurry up. We need to hurry up. Otherwise, we're all going to be dead in 2 days, which, of course, freaks out the cluster and makes it so that he can stay, but he has to stay outside, chained up outside. And he goes, I was this close to getting you a mat inside behind the stove, right next to the cum bucket. You would have been fine. But no, you had to ruin it. So, yeah, it's Josh's life as its stray. Exactly. And Wolf doesn't think it's important to investigate these people that are trying to kidnap Josh, or the people who have tried to kill him, because he's gone into full bureaucrat mode at this point. And he's like, it's hard to run this burgeoning city-state as it is, and he's got a whole bunch of different things that he needs to do. So he's writing down, investigate possible terrorist activities within the NAG. Yeah, exactly. Paw Patrol. Oh my God. Fanoba, you get a timeout for that one. Yeah, you really do. In the meantime, Tiger and Tyann go to Jimmy McGurgan's, where they're smashing all the artwork, all like the famous artwork, because it can't go with them up to Mars. They don't have any room for this. So they're taking a whole bunch of rocks, your ancient sediment that they found, and smashing these priceless works of art. And Tyann gets the rest of the Chuckle Fucks out of there to go and use this Dead Sea Scrolls as slip and slides. And Tiger decides to talk to Jimmy McGurgan. And I love how Jimmy McGurgan, his pickup line is, I know this might be a little too forward, but would you like to take a shit on the Constitution? I've got it in the back. And she's like, no, I think I'll pass. And who walks in at this point but Jerry, or as we affectionately know her from season 1, Shoeneck. She comes in, and immediately Tiger recognizes her, captures her, and ties her to a chair to question her about where her TTD device is. And Jerry's like, I don't know who you're talking about, who this Jerry is. I'm Geraldine. And she's beating, Tiger is trying to beat her, and who walks in again but Tyann, and Tyann stops interrogation and says, where did they see these cases sitting behind them. They're like, where do these cases come from? And they came from Jeff Breakfast. Jeff Breakfast, who had told them he never leaves the storage facilities. He's always there by himself, which means he's lied to them at this point. And yeah. Do the voice? Oh, no, I'm not going to do the voice. I can barely do my own voice right now without coughing my brains out. So no. Yeah, so they end up, they have another clue now, which is Jeff Breakfast at this point. And they're going to go back and talk to him. So, excuse me. In the meantime, Lugnut has come out to take a look at a stray because she's never seen a stray before. She goes, is it true you only have 2 parents? He's like, well, yeah, that's true. And she goes, I want to see your gills. And then the other thing is, I hear you have a horn growing out of your ass. And Josh ends up trying to get her to find the one with the blood hair who has a cut on her leg. And there's like 5 people in the nag that description meets. And he tells her, go out and find this woman and tell me who it is. Because, of course, he's chained up outside. And as Tiger is walking back over to Jeff Breakfast to go and find him, she gets caught. She has a gun held to her head, and she gets caught. In the meantime, Lugnut has a mirror on a stick, and she's looking up her mom's skirt. And her mom goes, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm practicing for the horny man outside and tied up in the back. And that's when she screams for Torque to talk about what's going on with the stray outside. In the meantime, we have Tiger tied to a chair, and the tables have been reversed now. Jerry comes in, and of course she works for the Resistance, or the pointed circle. And she does have the TTD device, of course, but they need the fuel. And so she knows that, Tiger has the fuel down her shirt there in her cleavage. She takes it out. And of course, Tiger's trying to say, oh, that's my glowworm, the blood from my glowworm. That's the last of it that we had, and all of this stuff. And then when finally Jerry reveals that the time travel device, that's when Tiger unties herself, kills everybody inside the habitat except for Jerry. Jerry ends up climbing outside the window and running with the TTD device. So, of course, Tiger goes after her. And Jerry has plugged in the plutonium at this point and trying to use the TTD device. And Tiger tells her, she goes, that thing's not going to be power enough to power it. You're just going to end up blowing yourself up. So stop. And of course, Jerry does not believe her and blows herself up and the time travel device as well. And in this timeline, instead of just her head blowing up, her whole body blows up except for her head. Her head just rolls off to the side. Yeah, so no time travel device, no Cameronium. At this point, the gang are screwed at this point because they can't go anyplace in time. So Lugnut runs back to the shop, grabs Wolf, and says he needs to go back home now because the cluster are getting ready to burn the stray alive, Josh alive. And of course, he stops that, brings him back outside, and ties him back up again. But this time he puts a muzzle on Josh, and Josh keeps pleading with him, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. And he's like, don't worry about it. He goes, I'm working on it. And muzzles poor Josh. And just then, as he's finishing muzzling him up and he's going to go back and do his administrative duties, the pager goes off with the boob signal. And he goes to go meet Tiger out by the pee hole, by Josh's pee hole. So, which sounds bad when I said that, but yeah. Yeah, so Josh ends up meeting with Tiger, and she tells him about what happened with the TTD device and meeting Jerry again, and that she exploded this time, but everything except for her head, which was reversed to the other timeline. And he says, well, that's fine. He goes, I like what's going on here. And she's like, no, you don't understand. We need to go to Mars now at this point because the Earth is going to be uninhabitable. And he goes, you can't believe everything scientists say. And he goes, go on a space wagon to a sky twinkle? No, I don't think so. To a sky sparkle. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. And so what ends up happening is Wolf ends up figuring out that Tiger is really a biotic, has been a biotic all this time, even from their own timeline. She was just born a biotic. And he's very upset at this point and realizes that he wants nothing to do with her. And he walks away from her. He tells her that too. He says, I have people to go back to because I have a family. And she's trying to tell him that's another man's family. You're basically lying to yourself and you're taking over. You're basically living a lie at this point. And he says, well, at least I have people to go back to. You have nobody. And he walks away from her. So, yeah, that is where we leave off. You know, the gang's disbanded, no TTD device, and no Cameronium. 2 days to the Mars launch. And yeah, exactly. Time travel device, what a stupid name. Exactly. It is Movie Fanobi. The boob signal. I need to start a Patreon so we can do hangouts. I might at one point in time. Yeah, it's just, I'm just seeing what everyone's talking about here. Cordell Fenevel. Welcome. Belters and Legionnaires. Yes. How's it going, man? Excuse me. I still have that cough. Yeah. Still left over from the viral pneumonia. I'm getting tired of this cough, quite honestly. I'm sure everyone else is too, me coughing into the damn microphone every time. So, but yeah, next week's episode is going to be pretty damn fun. The last horchata is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's one of my favorites. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button. Hit the dislike button if you don't like what you see. Tell me either way. And you can talk down in the comments below. Just be nice. Don't be nasty. If you want to see when the next video is going to come out, when I'm doing live, possibly. YouTube sometimes does not send out the notifications in a timely manner. You can hit the bell, and maybe you might get something there. And you're going to see some videos up in this area up here that, if you're still on the fence about joining up, will be culled from my library that are in your best interests. Basically, whatever algorithm, I should say, that YouTube has set up that culls from your interests will pop up videos from my library there. There's also going to be a subscribe button there too, so you can hit the big subscribe button as well. You can find my schedule up at suspendedfanimation.com. I'm going to actually change that out tonight because it expires now at this point. And also on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. So I have it everywhere. Yeah, Morks, I don't want you flashing me. That's fine. I'm good. Yeah. Nasty one in the horizontal. I don't even want to know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys are all just getting nasty now at this point. So yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed Umbrella Academy as well. I'll be talking about that. Don't worry. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream on that one or not. I'm still debating on that one. I might. I might actually do that on Sunday. You know what? Since Sunday is now open, now that Counterpart is gone, unfortunately, I might do, I might just do that. I might do Umbrella Academy. How's that sound to everybody? Umbrella Academy on Sunday? Yes. Yeah. And yes, I love Wolf's Arc. It's been fun. I mean, Derek Wilson is just great as an actor. He's making me laugh quite a bit. Eliza Coupe has always been funny. Always love her. And Josh Hutcherson. I mean, come on, man. He actually surprised me the most, to tell you the truth. I wasn't expecting that much from him, and he's been making me laugh quite a bit. Yeah. So yes, I will do that then on Sunday. I will do the Umbrella Academy on Sunday due to popular demand. So with that said, thank you everyone who joined me in the chat here today and tonight, I should say. Again, take a look at the videos up here, hit the subscribe button. And until then, I will see you all tomorrow for Project Blue Book. And that is up tomorrow. Wednesday nights is going to be Deadly Class. Thursday nights, Gotham. Friday nights, Doom Patrol. God, my brain's just there. And Saturday is going to be Saturday morning blast off. Saturday morning blast off, where it's all the genre news of the week, plus any genre stuff you guys want to talk about. And then it looks like Sunday is going to be Umbrella Academy. There we go. So with that said, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out your friend's a biotic and you really don't want anything to do with them.